Hey friends, welcome back to my channel Organized with Joy. Today's video is another challenge video from my challenge series. I have teamed up with some friends here on YouTube, and each month we choose a different challenge to participate in, and we don't all participate every single month, but whoever will be participating in the month of November, I will be sure to link their videos down below in the description box so that you can be inspired by all of the challenges that we will be doing this month. But I hope you enjoy this video and that it somehow motivates you or inspires you. And in today's video, I am going to be doing the Minimalism Game decluttering challenge, yes, yet again. In the month of October, I am going to be decluttering different items throughout my home every single day. And if you're not familiar with the Minimalism Game, it was actually, I guess, developed by the minimalists, and you can definitely look them up and find out who they are. They have a Netflix documentary, a podcast, and even a YouTube channel. But the way the game goes is on day 1, you declutter 1 item, on day 2, 2 items, on day 3, 3 items, so on and so forth, until by the end of the month, you've decluttered over 400 items from your home. And I decided to do this game yet again because I feel like it pushes me outside of my comfort zone to help me to see what items I've been on the fence about, or items that really should just go. I keep holding on to them for whatever reason, and I think this just helps me to be more creative and determining what items can go from my home. But if you need more decluttering motivation, I will be sure to link the video from the last time that I played the Minimalism Game back in February. And you can also find Declutter with Me videos on my channel once a month, so you can definitely check out those videos as well. But let's get to decluttering. Okay, day 1 is this keyboard. This actually belonged to my husband when he was younger, and our youngest son used it a lot, but said that he really doesn't use it anymore now that he has the electric piano in his room. And I'm also getting rid of this along with it. It was just the stand that goes on top to hold sheet music. Day 2 is this pole that goes inside of a closet, and then this bracket that holds it in place. This was in my son's closet. My sons used to share a room, and then when my younger son moved out of that room, we didn't really need 2 rows for clothing, and I had just left it in place, but it was going unused, and so I decided to go ahead and take the time to take that down, especially since my older son's clothes were hitting that lower bar. So it was time to take it down, but this is something that is very easy and cheap to replace if we do decide to reinstall it for whatever reason in the future in that closet. Day 3 is these 3 dog items. This ball my dog does not play with, so I'm not really sure why we kept it. And then every time he goes to the groomer, they put a little tie on him, and I always think they're adorable and maybe we'll reuse them, but then I just don't. So this is 3 items for day 3. For day 4, I have these 3 pillows and this blanket. This used to be in my middle son's room. He has had this orange color in his bedroom ever since he was in 6th grade, and now he's a junior in college. And I am deciding to remove that color scheme from his bedroom. So there are my 4 items for day 4. For day 5, these also came from my son's room. I have these 3 pamphlets that came with this little model of a human body, and we're keeping the little human body kind of just as decor in his bedroom, but he is not interested in keeping these. He doesn't use those things. And then there's also 2 t-shirts that he left behind when he moved to college. So this is the 5 items for day 5. Here are my items for day 6. You might notice a theme when I mentioned this all came from my son's room. So all of these things I made sure I got permission from my son before I decluttered them. But we have a whole stack of flashcards that were actually from high school. We have 3 parts. I don't even know what these go to. Maybe some sort of computer item. We have a sticker, and then this is unfortunate. I actually got him this for Christmas thinking it would be a good way to help him keep his desk organized, but unfortunately the compartments didn't really work very well with his items specifically. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. It is unfortunate that I didn't just return it once I knew it didn't work for him, but it was a Christmas gift and it's so hard to return things around Christmas time, so it is what it is. But here are my items for day 7. It's 7 books that were my son's for previous classes that he's had and had to read these books for. I'm going to start making a pile of books that I'm going to take to the secondhand bookstore to hopefully get a little bit of money back. Okay, so here are my items actually for day 8 and 9. I have a stack of 8 books here for day 8, and then for day 9 I have another stack of 5 books. And then I have a few more other items that came from my older son's room. He had to have scrubs when he was in high school. He was in a lot of medical classes. And I'm going to count it as each piece. This random face mask he got for free, 8. And then this punching bag for the desk is going to be 9. Here are my items for day 10. So I helped my son kind of declutter his room a little bit. My other son, I had some items from my older son's room, and now this is from my younger son's room. 4 pairs of shorts that don't fit, 2 belts that don't fit. I kept the shells from the first time he went shooting, but he said they're not really meaningful to him, so we're gonna go ahead and let those go. And then he already has a VR headset that's more technologically advanced than that one. And then he said he didn't really want that anymore. And then also one of these things where you can do that. He said he is done with that as well. So here we are with items for day 11. This mess over here is actually 2 laptops. They've just been disassembled. They're old laptops, and my son just likes to take apart computers and just learn about them. So that's fine. They were dead anyway. And then I have a stray pillowcase. And then I am counting these 2 boxes to my son's Oculus Rift and the Nintendo Switch, because he did keep those for kind of a long time, but he did decide to declutter those, and I view those as a win and something that is leaving my home. So even though it's kind of like trash, I'm gonna count those 2 boxes as items that we have decluttered. We also have a power strip that is broken. We have a bubble wand. And then we have these 4 candles. These 3 are actually empty or done. I have this habit of saving the candle pots that are pretty, thinking that I might use them. So I'm gonna go ahead, get rid of those 3. And then this one actually does still have a little bit left, but it's not very fragrant. So I'm gonna go ahead and let go of that one as well. Okay friends, it is day 12 and I have 12 Consumer Reports magazines. We actually have been receiving this for many years. My in-laws gift it to us at Christmas time, and we very rarely actually read through these magazines, and my father-in-law and husband discussed we are no longer going to be receiving these just because they're not super beneficial for us. A lot of this information you can find online, and I think Consumer Reports even has an online subscription where you can look up specific items that you want to purchase and want to find reviews for. So Today's day 12, getting rid of 12 magazines. Item number 1 for day 13 is this platform bed frame. I actually made this bed frame for my son back when he was going into 6th grade, and now he is 20 years old. And we are ready to let it go, in part because I found a vintage bed on the side of the road ready to be picked up for bulk pickup that I am replacing this with. Apparently, day 13 is a field trip day. So, in addition to the bed, I have a couple of balls in my Asian jasmine that are completely dead. I don't even know if you can see that one. I'll grab them out. Hang on. Okay, I actually also found a ping pong ball back there too. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw these away. I kept looking at them in my yard over and over again and not just picking them up and throwing them away. There's a couple other things in my backyard. This random piece, I don't know what it is, but I am now going to throw it away. And this hammock. This is sad. I hate throwing hammocks away, but after many years of use, hammocks just get to the point where they need to be thrown away. Usually I just wash this one, so I like this material, so I'll probably just purchase another one like it, but this one has seen better days, so that is another item. Next up on day 13 field trip is a few things from my bathroom. All of these things are expired, these medicines, so I need to replace those. And then this is some brow gel that I used to use, and I bought a different brand and I like the other brand better, so I thought I might use this occasionally, but I just don't. So that is 4 more items. Okay, I'm up to 10 items for day 13, so now we are circling back to my laundry room, and I have 2 more items here, this bucket and mop, the O-Cedar spin mop. I actually got a steam mop and I like it much better. It's much easier to keep the head clean with that. And then I'm also getting rid of this Consumer Reports buying guide. So now we finally have 13 items for day 13. Here is day 14. I have 3 dish towels. I actually kept them just kind of as rags, I guess, but I don't ever use them. And then this is a basketball pump. We already have one, so we don't need that one. And then this stuff was just in a drawer down in my game room. These hold up the shelves, and I remember that when we moved in, I had to purchase a package of more because there weren't enough, but now I have too many because I had to purchase a package. So I just went ahead and got rid of the other ones that I don't need. And then also 2 random bags of tiny screws. I don't know what those are for, but I'm gonna count each bag as 1 item. So okay, I do feel like I gather random items together. I want there to be rhyme or reason, but there's not. I actually got this probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I did have it on display this fall. I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. And this shelf, I really do still love it. It's just, I have no spot for it. I loved it when I purchased it, and I had it in my bathroom for a while, but I just didn't really like it there. And this basket, actually, I had a plant in it and totally ruined it by putting the plant in there because it leaked all over. Other random things, ribbon that I thought I might use that came on some gift. 2 notebooks. I still have several notebooks left over from my kids from school, but I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those too. I still have more. And then 4 paint brushes. I just do not like how these perform. I replaced them already. This candle that was supposed to keep mosquitoes away, but absolutely did nothing for me personally. This keychain that was on our car keys when we got them returned from having our car fixed. And then 3, this is kind of sad, these magnets. You can't even really see it, but each one has my child's name written on it. We used to use it for kind of like a chore chart system, but that was a very long time ago. Not sure why I still have them. But anyway, this is for day 15. Okay, here are my items for day 16. Again, I feel like these are so random, but I'll start back here. I don't really want to talk about what that is, but I'm sure you can figure that out. We don't need it anymore. This file folder thing, don't need. This is actually 2 separate garlands, but as you can see, they got super tangled. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. It's not really worth my time to untangle them to use them. Don't love it enough. I have a couple pieces of workout clothing that just are not comfortable. Every time I put clothes on that are not comfortable, they're going into the donation bin because I'm over that. And then I also have a couple of pairs of shorts that I found in my son's room that no longer fit him. I have this random car charger. We don't really need that. And then I have a bunch of these bags that jewelry comes in. I don't need to keep all of them. I do have some that I have kept in case I want to use them to travel. But here I'm getting rid of 4 bags. And then these are both for nail filing. And then lastly, I have this little mini paint roller. I have another one and I don't really see the need for owning 2, especially given that anytime painting happens, it's pretty much just me doing it. Okay, so here are my items for day 17. I have a stack of old insurance cards that we no longer need. Some of them probably have been expired for a while. There are 6, I believe, there. And then I have some business cards, 3 business cards that I no longer need. This is so funny. This is my favorite paint card, I guess you could say. I actually have 2 of these cards, so I'm gonna let one of them go. This also pains me. These are from my childhood. My sisters and I loved playing cards growing up. This was my favorite deck of cards, but over the years we have lost some of the cards, and I kept holding on to the cards because of sentimental reasons. But the reality is we can't use this deck of cards because there are missing cards. So I'm gonna finally let that go. This little stapler does not work. This is a box of mini straws that came with some canned wine. I did not use the straws, don't wanna use the straws. And then this, I actually accidentally bought one when we were not out of the previous one, and so this ended up going bad. So there is some left in there, but it's expired and it's bad. And then I don't know what these are. I cleaned out my kitchen desk drawer and these were in it. I have no clue what they are. I have something similar to be able to use if I ever need to use something to like scrape something up. And then lastly, I have this lid that goes on top of a mason jar, but I have a couple of these, and so I like better, so I went ahead and let go of that one. Okay, here is day 18. I have 12 articles of clothing. Some of this just came from my Poshmark closet that has just been sitting in there unsold, and I just decided to go ahead and clean out my Poshmark closet a little bit. A few of these items actually came directly from my closet, and I'm not even going to put them on Poshmark. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of them. So that's 12 items. And then I have these 6 random office supply items. This came from my husband's office desk at work. He just recently changed jobs and cleaned out his desk. And this like stress ball kind of broke open and got all over some office supply items. And instead of trying to clean that up, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw them away. It's probably not worth cleaning them up. So here are items for day 19. I actually will put these 2 together. This came from a painting kit, and this is decorative glaze, and you use these like little towels with that if you want to do the decorative glaze, but I do not, so I'm going to immediately go ahead and get rid of that. I have a couple of file folders. One is broken and the other one is too big for our file cabinet. I replaced some of these outlet covers. I don't need them. I have a few darts that this top keeps popping off when we play with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those. We have some other darts. I have this random sticker that was sent to me with a Poshmark order and I don't really have any place to put that. I have 4 Rock Band guitar straps. I have this spool of Christmas ribbon and I think I decided to go ahead and get rid of it because I tend to not use traditional colors for Christmas and I have decided to go ahead and part with that. This is some argan oil that I used to try to use in my hair, but it really made my hair greasy and oily and it's probably expired anyway. I've had it in my bathroom for a while. And lastly, this is so hard, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and let go of this. It was actually a gift given to me by a friend. I did love it and enjoyed it while I owned it, but I just don't have a place for it in my home. So I'm gonna go ahead and let go of that. So that is 19 items for day 19. Okay, so I missed yesterday. So today is October 21st. So I needed items for the 20th and the 21st, so 41 items. So over here I just have some prescriptions that have expired or gone bad. I have 5 of those. I went through all my jewelry and I found 26 items to let go of. These lanterns I have had for a while and I would sometimes switch them out for the lanterns that are on my porch, but I have found recently I just don't like them as much as the lanterns I already have on my porch, so I'm gonna go ahead and let those go. I have another candle that is gone. I have a few items that I got with Poshmark orders and I saved them thinking that I would pass them along, but I just haven't. So I have a couple stickers. I have a jean material ribbon and I have some Disney wrapping or tissue paper. And then this is just kind of like a stress ball. It actually came off of a trophy from one of my son's trophies that we've already gotten rid of. I thought maybe the stress ball would be fun to have, but it's just been sitting in the drawer in here in my laundry room, so I'm gonna let that go. And then I have 2 body pillow covers because I'm replacing these. We've had these for a long time, so we just need new ones. So that is everything for day 20 and 21, 41 items for today. Okay, I am way behind. It is October 25th and I still need to record for day 22, 23, 24, and 25. Let's hope I can get this all done, but here is for day 22. I have an old Jenga box. I have it stored someplace different. I have some electronics that my husband was getting rid of, like headphones, charger, camera, that sort of thing. I have a drawstring bag. I have 2 phone boxes that belonged to my husband. This broke the other day when I was cleaning out a water bottle, so I need to get a new one, so I'm gonna let go of that. So this is, I believe, 10 items. I also have these things. I didn't want to move them up onto my countertop because they're kind of dirty. I'm cleaning out my laundry room actually today, and I am getting rid of these 3 bags of grout, and then this is specialty grout. It is, I don't remember, at least 5 years old, so it probably is expired. If we do need to use grout for whatever reason, we will probably need to purchase new grout. And then I have some tiles. Some of them, we no longer have the tile, that color in our home, but the other ones are just broken. So there's 8 tiles for containers of grout. So that is 12 items plus the 10 equals 22 for day 22. Okay, here are my items for day 23. I feel like I am starting to really struggle, so hopefully I'm not cheating with some of my counting. But over here I have a couple articles of clothing. I have an outlet cover. I have a paintbrush. I have 3 disposable gloves. Don't know why there's an odd number, but there's 3. I have this iron holder, but I took it down because I don't even use my iron here in my laundry room, and I decided to house my iron inside of a cabinet where I do my ironing, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that. This is a lingerie washing bag, but it is broken. The zipper has been broken for quite a while. I finally got a new one. And then these are pieces of poster board that used to have, each one had a picture of my children. Here I can actually show you what I replaced. Those pictures used to be on these poster board, and they were displayed with these like pants hangers like that hanging on the wall, but I just decided to go with picture frames instead. So that's 3 poster boards, 3 hangers, and then I have 8 pieces of bubble wrap. I kept way too much bubble wrap to send my Poshmark packages, so I am decluttering some of my bubble wrap. Like I said, I hope this isn't cheating that I'm counting each piece of bubble wrap, but I am struggling here. Okay, so here is day 24. If you count each individual thing, like each individual pom-pom and each one of these parts right here, it's a little bit more than 24. I have a storage bin. I have these parts that go to doorknob. I don't think we need these anymore. All of our doorknobs are installed. This was a sign that I had on our front door for a long time that I'm just ready to let that go, and then the ribbon that was holding it onto the wreath. I have these 2 little signs that I hesitated getting rid of. As a matter of fact, I just cleaned out my kids' bathroom and they were in the drawer in there, but there's really no place to hang them in there. But this is what I love about this game. It really pushes you to truly evaluate if you need things, if you're actually going to use them. I love these signs, but I'm just not going to use them. They can only work in a bathroom, and it just doesn't work in any of my bathrooms. I have this makeup that I don't use anymore. I have a few, I think there's some sort of batteries. I don't know what they all are, but my husband said those could go. I have a few owner's manuals that, I think I've said this before on my channel, but most manuals you can find online, or if you have a problem with any device, you can usually Google it and find out what's wrong, figure out how to solve the problem. I have this soap dish that we no longer use. I have these little pom-poms that I had good intentions to use on gifts, but I just don't ever use them. And then lastly, I have this food storage bag. My son worked for DoorDash over the summer. They gave it to him for free, but he honestly never used it even while he was working. And I don't really need another bag like this. So I have been saving this folder of CDs for a while now. My husband decluttered these kind of at the beginning of October, but I knew I wanted to save them for higher numbered days because I went through and counted the number of pages and how many each page held, and we are looking at close to 250 CDs here. These are music CDs, and here, I'll flip the camera around and talk to you a minute about this. Okay, so I was really thankful that my husband finally decided to go ahead and let go of these music CDs, because obviously all the music that we listen to now is streaming, so there's not really a need to have physical CDs anymore. It's a little bit sad because I obviously went through and really organized these. I got rid of all of the cases kind of a long time ago to make it more compact, but we just do not use these. And since there are so many CDs here, I was trying to decide exactly what to do, because this would pretty much finish out the month of October for me if I counted each individual CD as an item. I don't really want to do that because I do want to continue to push myself to declutter more extensively, I guess. But I do kind of feel like I need a breather. I need a break from decluttering. It's been just really crazy every day trying to come up with the correct number of items. So I'm going to count this CD folder for day 25, which is today, 26, and 27. And I feel like that's probably pretty fair given that that equals 78 items, and this is, like I said, close to 250 individual CDs. So anyway, I need a break, and I'm feeling okay with saying these CDs will count for day 25, 26, and 27. Okay, day 28. I was really struggling today. I thought I was doing really good because I cleaned out my hallway closet and I had a lot of stuff, but 28 items is a lot. So I'll just start over here. This is an over-the-door rack that I was using for my ironing board, but I'm storing it someplace else. This is a dog leash that goes around your waist that I tried so hard to use this thing on runs, on walks. It did not work for me and my dog. So great idea, but no. A stereo, I'm counting the stereo and the 3 speakers as individual pieces, so that's 4. This creamer I did not like. I'm going to see if my friend wants this. That's something she may like. A few cups. This is a paper towel rack that was installed in our laundry room by previous owners more than 12 years ago, and we finally just took it down because I don't ever use it. This is something that tests your water. Before we had our reverse osmosis system, we would use this to test our water to replace the filter. I don't need this makeup brush anymore. I don't ever use this pet spray. It's supposed to make your dog smell better. A body pillow, I replaced that. A couple of pool toys that have seen better days. And then several pairs of shoes. There's some back there too. Those are all shoes that no longer fit my sons or they just don't want. I had a stray glove, didn't have a match. And then this belongs with my steam mop. I don't see any purpose for this. If anyone knows if this is useful, let me know. But I think it's just a tray to set your steam mop in, and I feel like that's pointless, so I'm getting rid of it. And then 3 jackets, 1 is mine and 2 are my husband's. So trust me, this is 28 items. I hope that I can finish out this challenge. Y'all, I almost forgot, this is also included in day 28. It is our old dog crate for our beagle who passed away about a year ago. I have slowly but surely been letting go of things that belong to her. We did keep her collar, her favorite stuffed animal, and a blanket to remember her by. So we thought we might use this crate for our Yorkie, but we really haven't, and it actually takes up quite a bit of space. So anyway, I didn't want to bring it inside my house because it was already stored out here in the garage. That's why I forgot about it, but this is also included in day 28. Okay, so here are my items for day 29. For some reason, it does not look like a lot of items compared to yesterday, but maybe it's just because yesterday I had some bulky items. But first up is 6 of these stocking holders, and I've had these for so many years, probably 15 plus years. They used to be silver, and at one point I spray painted them black, but they have just seen better days. I need to replace them. And also from my Christmas bin, I'm getting rid of these 8 picks. I'm just kind of going in a different direction. These are something else I've had for a really long time and use them for Christmas decor, but I'm ready to let them go. And then I have these blocks that say joy. I probably got those in like middle school or high school as a gift. I don't even remember from who, but I do not put them on display. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those. And then I have these random pieces from a Playmobil nativity set that This one is broken, and then this one is just a duplicate. I already have an angel for that set, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of those two things. I have some travel size containers that we don't need. We have plenty, so I'm gonna get rid of those 3. This pan pains me. I really love the way this cast iron skillet cooks things, but I do not like taking care of it. It's difficult and heavy to wash and just to take care of in general. I don't think I take care of it the way you're supposed to, just because it's so difficult. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let that go. Lastly, I have 6 bed slats. I found a vintage bed on the side of the road for trash, but I actually had to purchase kind of like a bunkie board to go underneath because these are used for when you have a box spring with your mattress, and I did not have a box spring. So this is for day 29. I'm starting day 30 up in my room because there are a few things that I'm getting rid of from my bedroom. I'm showing you my husband's side. It's a little bit messier than my side, but the reason I'm showing you his side is because we're getting rid of this subwoofer and the nightstands. The reason we had this subwoofer, I think that's what they're called here, is because my husband liked having a lower place to put things in the middle of the night when he didn't have to reach up. And I have been looking for nightstands that are short for a very long time. I finally kind of compromised and got some that I kind of like, but I'm getting rid of both of our nightstands because I'm replacing them with shorter ones, and I'm getting rid of this. That is 3 items so far for day 30. Okay, when I was recording upstairs, the 2 side tables and the speaker, I forgot to mention I'm actually late. This is November 1st when I'm recording this, so I actually need to record for day 30 and for 31. I was really struggling, and 30 and 31 happened over a weekend, so it was really hard for me to collect items, but I did it, y'all. I just recounted, and not only did I get the last 61 items, I got an extra item. So including the items from upstairs in my bedroom and these items, it equals 62 items. So not only did I complete the challenge, but I got an extra item. So first over here, there are 2 types of people in this world, the type that throw away these paint rollers and the type that wash them and reuse them. I'm the type that throws them away, and I decided to include them as 2 items since a lot of people do rewash those. And then here we have some storage containers that I used to use to hold toys when my kids were little, and I saved them because I do actually still really like them, but they have been in my storage closet for so long. And then here I have these little miniature jars. I thought that I might use them to travel with, but I never have. So I'm gonna get rid of those 2. I have some instructions for a mini waffle maker. I have an old microphone that we don't need to use, and actually there's a separate cord here as well. It kind of looks all tangled together, but there are separate cords. I have a pile of things that I got from our toolbox, and honestly, I could get rid of so much more. Y'all, why does every single thing you put together come with these Allen wrenches? I only got rid of duplicates, but I didn't really have time to go through all of the Allen wrenches today. So what I came up with today, these are just all duplicate tools, and there are 14 here. I have this 3M hook that I don't think I'm going to use. When I did use it, it kept falling down, so not going to use that. I have this little miniature scoop. I have this thing that you can mount on the outside of your house to hold a key, but this is actually broken, so I'm going to go ahead and let that go. I have some lights that are battery operated, but I don't know if you can see that. I have them in a bag because it is completely corroded. I opened it to see if I could salvage it, but no way can I salvage this. So I'm gonna have to dispose of that. And then lastly, I have some Christmas ornaments. Now, these ornaments I have had for so many years, and they are not shatterproof, so they often break. So I decided to replace them this year. And then the box that I bought to replace these, it actually came in a huge box with a bunch of other bulbs, including some glitter bulbs. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these as well. I don't know if you can tell from this, but some of them have actually like turned a different color, so it's just kind of weird. But this is everything for day 30 and 31. My friends, I am done with this challenge and I could not be happier to be done. Okay friends, for the end of this video, I am here in my garage because this is where I've been hoarding all of the stuff that I've been decluttering over the past month. I decided to go ahead and keep it all until the very end so that I could show you a shot of everything all together so that you can see the magnitude of stuff that I got rid of this month. I actually calculated it for days 1 through 31, it equals 496 items, but I had that one extra item, so I got rid of a total of 497 items this month. So I am pretty proud. I can't believe that I actually completed this challenge. Let me know down in the comments if you are surprised that I was able to complete this challenge. But I do want to show you these after shots of everything I got rid of. And just to let you know, some of these items I will be sending to certain donation locations. Others I will be posting to the Buy Nothing group. So if you're not familiar with the Buy Nothing group, it's through the Facebook app, and it's a great way to get rid of items in a way that you know that they're going to be used. So I hope this video was motivational and inspirational for you. Let's get to those after shots.
Well, that is all I have for you in today's video, and I do want to apologize for how long this video became. I think it was important to talk about why I was getting rid of the items I was decluttering. It can help to hear why other people get rid of things when you are trying to make decisions when decluttering. Be sure to check out the other ladies' videos who are a part of this challenge collab. I will have the links to their videos in the description box below. And if you are coming over from one of their channels, thank you so much for checking out my video. I hope that it was motivational and inspirational. Thanks for watching until the very end, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.